The next step, okay, the next step is step number 2. Face milling still diameter 20, so we don't change our cutter, 1200 RPM. Right? Some of you are wondering, which side is the finishing cut? Okay, well, the finishing cut is the down cut where the workpiece is being fed into the direction of the cutter rotation. So your cutter is rotating this way, right? So it's feeding into this way. So it's from, you move your workpiece from left to right. But some of you, right, have got cutters that is like so sharp that you go either way, left or right, it's still very, very nice. So just be happy about it, okay? But on the test day, you'll be given new cutters, so don't worry about it. If your cutter is a bit blunt today, well, the finishing is not the best, it's okay. It is just a practice piece. It is not graded at all, okay? It's not graded at all. Now the second part is we're going to flip it around, and before we clamp it down, we make a measurement of it. So we have a rough idea of how much we have to cut it down by, okay? Some of you will have 45 millimeters, some of you will have 44, some will have 43, okay? Then you flip it around and you machine to, oh, spelling mistake. Machine to 40 millimeters plus minus 0.3. The rough cut is 1 millimeter to 1.5. Try not to go more than that, because when you go more than that, that's where the cutter gets blunt very fast, okay? Then after that, your finishing cut is about 0.2 to 0.1. Some people go lesser than 0.1 even, okay? But 0.1 is comfortable. Anything too small, like 0.03 or 0.02, you will be cutting, but it will be so fine that some parts will be cut, some parts will not be cut. Then your surface finish won't be shiny. It will be a bit matte looking, so it's not the best. So comfortably 0.1, 0.05, the very least, is your finishing cut, okay? Now if your finishing cut, you want to increase your speed, because remember, for finishing cut, your cutting speed should be high, right? You want to increase to 1005, 1007, it's okay. Go ahead, do it. Finishing cut. Listen, your feed rate, has it got to be fast or slow? Slow. Somebody scammed me just now. Say, hey, why my surface finish so rough? Can show me? Then I showed. Then I did it. Then you do it slowly, you see the surface finish is different. Vastly different. Okay? Alright, so please don't scam me about it. Alright, okay. What we're going to do here is we have to, after we finish the first pass, I have to take it out and flip it around. Okay, when you are taking out your workpiece, pull your vise out, pull it to the side, so that you're away from your cutter. Safety first. Because if you're walking near the cutter area and you're swinging your hands, you may accidentally just brush across. And the cut can be quite deep, deep enough for you to actually have to go for stitches. There have been incidents like that. Okay? So once you've taken out already, if your surface edge is rough, then you use the file and give it a light, very light file down, okay? To get rid of the burrs. Okay, if your surface is rough, very light only, don't overdo it, and don't file on this surface. Your file can never be smoother than the machine surface, so don't go and ruin your finishing. Okay? Now once that's done, you take your vernier caliper and then you make your measurement. Alright? And I have 45.15, so I have 5.15 millimeters to go. That's a lot, okay? 45.15. So what I'm going to do is, I just have that at the back of my mind. I keep my vernier caliper here, and I make sure that I take out my ferrule bar and it is clean. Make sure it is clean. Okay? Then your finishing cut now is at the bottom. Please don't do it on this side, and then after that you go down this way and then you realize this part is here is rough. Flip it around, okay? Flip it around. Okay? And what you can do is...
Hey boss.
Yes.
You don't just take it out, so you can measure.
What?
You measure already.
Measure it. So what I can do is, I can put it. What I would like to do is usually I would like to align it. Usually I like to align it like that. The reason why is that so that later on I can make my measurements easily. Do you understand? So I can make my measurements easily. Alright, tighten it. Pass 1/4 round. Okay, firm. And then you bring it back in again. But right, it should be the same height. But what we do is we always lower down by a bit. Then once everything is clear, make sure everything is clear and safe. Right, clear and safe. Before you turn on the machine, always be mentally prepared to always hit the emergency stop button and brake if anything goes wrong. Always be mentally ready and prepared to do that, okay? So you turn on. Okay, and what I can do is I can put my Z to 0 now. Alright? And I clean the surface. Right? My speed just now I was doing my finishing cut, so it was quite high, so I should lower it. Sorry, lower it. Okay? Then I go up by 1 millimeter. Then I do my cutting. Now, after your cutting, let's say after you finish cutting, how much should you rough cut till? You should rough cut until it is 41 millimeters. Understand? Rough cut until it's 41 millimeters. Then you stop. Okay, you bring your. Make sure all these don't get into your way. Bring it out. Okay. Clean away all the chips. Why clean away the chips? Because you don't want to be measuring on the chips. Okay. Then if there are some chips that are here like that stuck to it, right? Use your file or use the tip of the brush to just get rid of it. Okay. Once it's clear, then use the depth probe, right? The probe and the end here to make your measurement. Okay. And then after that you read from here. Now I'm 44 millimeters, okay, because I went down by 1 millimeter already. Then you cut until 41 millimeter. Measure, check just to make sure it's 41. Then the next cut 0.5, then 0.2, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, or 0.2, 0.2, 0.1. Up to you. Okay, stop at 41. Got it? Okay, let's go. Thank you very much.